Hey everybody, Steven from Small Adventures here. Today I'm going to do a mini review on the bicycle I purchased. Stay tuned. We're going to try to do this reasonably quick because it's 90 plus degrees out here. This is a 2021 GT Aggressor Pro. It was bought at Dick's Sporting Goods, which is technically a big box store. So it did not come from a bike shop. It was assembled by a former bike shop employee, though. It was a local bike shop went out of business. He used to be one of their mechanics. So he is an enthusiast. From my understanding, this is not the same GT that we had when I was a kid in the 80s, the GT BMX bikes, the mountain bikes I rode in the 90s. Ownership has changed hands, things of that nature. You can still get proper higher end GTs at bike shops. You can buy lower end ones like this one, places like Dick's Sporting Goods, places like that. Don't think I've ever seen a GT in a Costco or a Walmart or Sam's or anything like that. But anyway, something in between. So let's go over a few of the things. I'll put all the specs up here. And there will be a link to the description on where you can order one or find one in person to buy if you're interested. It has an SRT Suntour XCT 80mm fork that does have adjustable preload on both sides. It is a low end fork. It's not very much travel. If I can get the camera to focus. There we go. And this bicycle, I imagine, did used to have low-level Shimano parts. Probably a Levio or something of that nature. Maybe, I doubt it had Dior. Excuse me. But Shimano is having some real supply and demand issues. It's hard to get them, so they did switch over to a company called Microshift. I'll get it to focus. No, it's not going to focus. It is a 3x8 drivetrain, 3 in the front, 8 in the rear. It's got a triple crank set and a Microshift derailleur in the back, as well as the front. I have had this out on its initial ride, and the mechanic did put it up in the stand and go through all the gears and make sure it shifted properly in the stand. That's not the same thing as shifting properly under a load pedaling up a hill on a 90-degree day when you're sweating buckets and tempted to say bad words. So it does have some shifting issues. I think it's just in the adjustments. I'll get it lined out. It's not my first rodeo. I do love the color on this. The frame is 6061 aluminum. It does have the triple triangle that GT's famous for. It's a 17-inch frame, which is typically measured from the center of the bottom bracket to the top of the seat tube. Is how they measure the frames, which is well known to anybody that's an avid cyclist. There are a lot of house brand parts on this. For the price point, I'm not surprised. You know, it's got a GT seat, GT seat post, stem, handlebars, grips. It's 27.5 inch or 650B wheel size. These are 2.1 inch wide tires. It's got the brand name of Altera on the wheels, the tires, the crank set. I'm assuming that is GT's house brand name. So it has the makings of a decent budget spec bicycle. I have ridden it around the lake path, and I did take it on some real trail a little bit. Not bad, you know, for the money. I caught this on sale. It was under 500 bucks, which especially in today's prices, it's not too bad a price, I guess. I threw a couple of parts on it that I needed that I had. I no longer have a camelback, as I haven't had one for a while because I haven't ridden for 7 years. But I did go through my stuff in Dad's garage, which is, you can't see it. It's down the hill right over here. And I've had my bicycle stuff stored in there. But I found my old Pedro's made with recycled materials seat bag and some of my tools and one water bottle cage. That'll get me going for now. A couple of things I like about it. The frame does fit me well. I could use a little more upright position when seated properly with the seat height, with the seat post at the right height for my height. I will probably put a same length stem, but slightly higher riser. I might just throw some riser bars on there with a 2-inch rise. This is perfect for riding trails. You know, where you're always in the attack position, your butt hovering over the saddle, you know, standing on the pedals. But when you're just riding around a bike path or in a lake, I could use a little more upright, so I'll probably do that. Let's see, what else? I can notice a difference if you adjust the preload on the fork. It does make a noticeable difference in the stiffness of the fork. Which, you know, it's just a budget fork. It's only got 3 inches of travel, 80 millimeter. So it's not going to make a huge difference, but it's nice to have. The cranks and cassette on the rear is a 3x8. I'm a single speeder. I prefer a 1x1, or at the very least a 1x9 or a 1x11. So that's probably something I'll upgrade in the future. I'll put a better crank set and bottom bracket in it with an 11-speed rear end and run a 32 with an 11-speed cassette in the back. Single derailleur. One thing I don't particularly like, and I've never liked, is the cable routing is on the bottom of the down tube, where it's going to collect all kinds of stuff that your front tire kicks up. I've never liked that. I've always liked them when they run across the top tube or internal. For the money, one thing I do like, this bike does come, I think it's disc specific frame. It doesn't have any bosses on it to put V-brakes on it. But it does come with Tektro disc brakes. Now 7 years ago, Tektro was lower level. Even their more expensive things were low level disc brakes, but on my ride so far, they have performed well. You know, disc brake is always better when it's wet. No squealing, easy to adjust. So I like them so far. Time will tell. There's some things I'm going to want to change on it to personalize it and make it mine. But overall, I'm pretty pleased with the purchase and pretty excited to get back into riding. So that's just about going to wrap it up for this mini review, because it's over 90 degrees here and sweat's just rolling off at me. So I hope everybody has a good week. I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you in the next video.